Welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome to Gentle Kripalu Yoga. It's a 1-hour class. I'm Judith. Welcome. We're glad you're here. The props we use in this class, I think we might have some new people, so I'm going to quickly go through that. Yoga mat. If you don't have one of those, you could use a folded blanket or perhaps a beach towel on carpet, I would suggest, because hard floors, your joints will not like it, all right? Other items I have are cushioning items. I have a squishy mat here. I have a towel I've rolled up and fixed with rubber bands. It's a little fake bolster I use for behind my knees. So you could substitute in either of those items with some small cushions from the bed or the sofa. Yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a scarf, a dog leash, a belt, a bathrobe tie. That's easy to substitute. Yoga blocks, these are the styrofoam versions. If you don't have them, a couple of canned goods of equal size and weight would work as well. Maybe with washcloths on the top to soften the blow, as you don't want your hands engraved with the top of a can. And then hand weights, should you have them. This is a set of 1-pounders, and then nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class. And last but not least, our friend the chair. This is a standard folding chair. We definitely, no wheels and hopefully no arms. So this is, very simple thing. We sometimes move side to side in the chair. So that's why we say no arms. But, and if you have questions or comments, I'll be available at the end of the class to answer, hopefully. So just remember that if whatever's being offered does not work for your body, you can modify. You can do something else like another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So you can decide. You are in charge. You know your body. So let's start with the feet about shoulder width apart. We'll start swinging arms today. Let's just tap right there under the collarbone. You can use the heel of the hand, or maybe it's a soft fist. Just twisting the spine, waking things up. Deep, full breaths here. See if you can coordinate the breath with the movement. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's keep twisting and turning. Tap the front of the torso, tap up by the kidneys. A little bit higher there in the back where the shoulder blades sort of terminate. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting and turning. And now the arms don't touch the body at all. So it's like you're swinging those arms side to side, nice and gentle, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming to stillness. We're going to still keep a mild twist going. Now you can flatten the hands as though you're taking the hands, you're pulling the hands through a pool of water. So you're shifting the weight from side to side now. So think about shifting the weight and think about leading with the hip, and then the head and the neck follow. So you're getting this nice sort of languid movement here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming to stillness in the center. Let's keep the feet about maybe shoulder width apart. We're going to swirl the hips a bit here. Inhaling forward, squeezing the navel as you circle in the back to the spine. Big full breaths. Inhaling forward, squeezing as you round in the back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, taking a breath in the middle, and then circling the hips the other direction. Maybe they feel the same in this way. Maybe they don't. You're just going to notice, do a little mental inventory. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Let's shake out the body, shake out the legs and the arms. Nice. Let's float the arms up so that they're parallel to the earth. The elbows are bent and the fingertips point downward. All right. So we're just going to do some squeezing of the shoulder blades here. Inhale, exhale as you squeeze the blades together, drawing them down the back of the body. Inhale forward, exhale, give it a squeeze. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then going all the way back here, let's take the arms out to extend, palms face down. See if you can drop the shoulders away, bouncing invisible tennis balls with the palms of the hands. Standing tall, grounding through the 4 corners of each foot for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to stillness, rotate the palms so they face that wall behind you. See if you can again drop the shoulders away from the ears. Now you're bouncing your tennis ball off the back wall. Nice and easy. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we can float them down, but try to resist the gravity. Just don't let them flop. It's okay to say, ow, shake out the arms. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take the legs again. They'll be about shoulder width apart. Let's just drop the right hand down the right side of the body. Coming back to center, just dropping it down to the left. So noticing the stretch side to side. The chest is squared to the front of your space or your screen, so you're not torquing off drastically left or right. Gentle, giving those side muscles that attach to the side ribs a little squeeze, a little stretch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to center, let's go ahead and if you have a strap, grab it. If not, you're just going to hold the arms out in a wide circle, or you could even engage them like this. We're going to use the strap. I'm going to fold the strap in half. Otherwise, it's just arms out, all right? Modify as you need. You might want to grab the wrist with the other hand, one wrist with the other hand. See what works for you. The legs are wide. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, press the strap, the arms down by the tops of the thighs. Inhale up. Exhale, press. We'll do 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, it's like you're trying to break the strap. 5, so the strap is nice and taut. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Relift and hold, tilting to the right. And now we're going to sweep forward over to the left, coming up on the left. Going back on the left, coming back up on the right. Side to side. Squeezing those abs as you move forward in the center. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice. Very nice. And we'll slowly lower down the strap. Oh, very nice. Rolling the shoulder. Both directions, rolling the shoulders forward and back. Very nice. Let's lose the strap for now. Let's grab our chairs. I'm going to face the chair seat here. We'll start. We've been warming the back and the spine by twisting. So let's go ahead and form a right angle with the body. So here the head is not dangling. The crown of the head lines up with tailbone. The body is making a right angle. Maybe you want to step back a little bit farther. We're going to do a standing cat-cow today. Decide what works for you. So I've got my feet about shoulder width apart. Knees softly bend. Inhale, drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze like a Halloween cat, navel to spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze. We'll do 4 of these. Inhale, focusing your attention on the vertebra. Exhale. Inhale, focusing your attention on the spongy discs between the vertebra. Exhale. 2 more. Dropping and squeezing. Dropping and squeezing. Let's go ahead and rise up. Maybe hands want to rest on thighs to get you back up. Rolling the shoulders. And let's return back to that right angle position. Now the feet are directly under hips. Shift the weight to the left leg. I'm not mirroring you. Inhale, right bent knee to nose. Exhale, donkey kicks straight back. Inhale and exhale for 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-extend. Point the toe. The straight leg touches down. Touch and lift. Touch and lift for 4, 3. Squeeze the abs. 2, 1. Keep that leg straight. With the right foot, touch down left. Lift the leg, touch down right. So lifting the leg high. 8, 7, or as many as you can manage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot returns over to the left. You're going to tuck the 5 toes, lift the right heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press the heel into the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Right foot meets the left. Let's micro bend the knees. Maybe you want to stand up between sides just to have a neutral zone here to recover in. Opening the chest. And then back over the chair seat. Weight shifts to the right leg. I'm not mirroring you. Left bent knee into nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Donkey kicks. 8, 7. Leg is light and empty. 6, 5. Squeeze the abs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat. Point the toe. Straight leg touches down. Inhale. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat. Left toe points down right. Lift the leg. Left toe touches left for 8, 7. Try to lift the leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot goes back over to the right. Tuck the 5 toes. Lift the left heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Left foot returns underneath the chair. Let's micro bend the knees left and right. Come on up, nice and slow. You can use the back of the chair to assist. And then rolling the shoulders very gently. All right. Let's now actually sit in the chair. Hurrah. Have your props handy if you're using them. And I'll give you optional moves if you don't have the props. No worries. So you're going to mindfully come to your chair. Mindfully place that bum closer to the front of the chair seat than the back of the chair seat, okay? Let's take the legs maybe slightly wider, just enough to accommodate the torso. Hands can rest on thighs. Let's go ahead and exhale, leading with the chin. Inhale, tuck the chin coming up. So think about making as much whip-like motion in the spine as you can. Inhaling, exhaling forward, inhaling up. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Last one this way. Coming back up, sitting upright. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to tuck the chin. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, whip-like motion with the spine as you break the waves with the crown of the head. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, break the waves. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Last one. Tucking and then breaking the waves. Very nice. Maybe the legs come in slightly closer together, parallel. Arms stretch out to the side, ribs shift to the right. Come back to center, only the ribs moving. Shift to the left. Oh, side to side. So giving a squeeze to those internal organs who are busy working 24/7. Fresh blood, life force, chi coming into that area for 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, back to center. And now see if you can drop shoulders away. Arms are fixed, they're not moving. It's only the torso. Exhale to the right, human teeter-totter, coming back to center. Exhale left. So your arms aren't moving, only the rib cage. Let's do 4, 3, sitting tall. 2, 1. Nice. And then floating the arms down. Oh, it's okay to say, ow, oof. Shake them out. If you have weights and want to add them in here, fine. If not, soft fist is fine. So the arms are straight by the body. The palms are going to face the wall behind you. And we're going to tilt the torso forward maybe 30 degrees. I'm going to do this in profile so you can just see the side here. So you're going to lift the arms higher than the bum, and they're going to stay higher than the bum. You're going to pump those palms up to the sky. Nice and easy. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly bringing them down again, resisting gravity. You might want to stay tilted forward. Now the palms face the midline. No weight or one weight in each hand. A series of flies. Inhale, we're flying. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold the arms up on 1, little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower them down. Shake out the shoulders and the arms any way that feels good. Now the palms face down onto the thighs. No weight or one weight in each hand. We're going to stay on the right. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing. Now we're going to do the same on the right side. Inhale, out, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming to stillness in the center. Noticing right side of the body, noticing left side of the body. Do they feel the same? Maybe, maybe not. Let's go to the left, staying forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Pausing. Now we're going to go to the side with the left leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lifting and placing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then just bringing that to stillness, maybe bouncing the legs. This top out of the way. And keep the weights or not keep the weights. I'm going to try it with weights. I may not succeed, but we'll try it. Or you can grab the sides of the chair seat. Inhale, exhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Back to center. Let's keep the feet and legs in parallel, the toes point forward. Lift right heel, spread the 5 toes wide. Place the heel carefully down. Lift the left heel, spread the toes wide, and then carefully place the foot down. For 8, don't rush it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then that heel comes down. The weights can go bye-bye. And now you can sit all the way to the back of your chair seat so that that low back and the entire back body is supported by the back of your chair. And the thighs are supported by more of the chair seat. So we'll just start alternating kicking with flexed feet. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And now just taking a pause, a breath here or 2. Now you're going to extend right leg with the foot flexed. You're going to extend left leg with the foot flexed. Tighten up those quads, those thigh muscles. Maybe one arm wants to float up. Maybe the second arm wants to float up. Maybe it doesn't. You can modify as you need. This is staff pose in a chair. Yogic staff pose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms float down. Legs float down. Bounce the legs just to recover. Little tap dance here. There we go. And now we're gonna re-extend those legs. Maybe they're a little bit wider than they were before. So extend them just a little bit. The feet are still flexed. Externally rotate both feet all the way up to your hip crease. Neutral. Internally rotate both feet. Back you go. 8, 7, pumping synovial fluid here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And then back to center. They can float back down. Maybe you want to bounce the legs a little bit. Do some more choreography with your feet. Very nice. And so from here, scooching your way forward back to that front part of your chair seat, you might want to stack palms right over your heart center. Or maybe you want to hook the thumbs together and then move the fingers. And that's like a little feather emblem over your heart. You might need to have the chair to help you assist. Or you might want to take the arms forward, so you can choose what works for you. We're going to sit and stand and sit and stand. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8. Don't rush this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now this last one, you're going to hover, you're not going to land. So you're going to do little pumps here. The feet stay flat, the torso stays upright as best you can for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then re-straighten. Leave the hands, shake it out. Maybe little arm flaps you can do. Now I'm going to move the chair. We may have some new people today, so I'll quickly demo how you get down onto the mat if using the chair. This is if you have anxiety about getting onto the earth, all right? So move these away here. All right, so you're facing your chair seat. You want to get down on the mat. Hands grab halfway along the edge of the chair seat. You're going to shift the weight into one leg and float one leg down. Most of the weight will be in the arms. The second leg can join it. You're on the earth. To get back up, same idea, grab sides of the chair, seat. Maybe the forearms want to rest on the seat itself. If you need to assist one leg coming forward, assist the leg. This other leg, this foot will tuck the toes. Weight goes in the arms. Inhale, lift the bum. One foot under the chair seat, second foot under the chair seat. And you can use the back of the chair to arise slowly. No head rush, no dizziness, no passing out, not allowed, sorry. So that's how you would get onto the earth. Now, using the chair. Otherwise, you have your 2 blocks at the narrow end of your mat if you're using them or not. We're going to face that short end of the mat. Inhale up. Swan dive, exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. So we're lifting and folding. Lifting and folding. Last one, lift. We're going to stay folded now. Fingertips come to mat or blocks. Here you can let the head hang. Oh boy. Now you're going to micro bend the knees left and right. The feet stay flat. We're stretching out the back body, the low back body. A place that gets lots of tension and tightness there. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And let's take the hands either to low blocks or on the mat. You're going to step back into your best version.
of downward facing dog. Now you can start bicycle pedaling the heels. You're gonna whack your invisible dog tail. Barking is optional. And then you're going to try to press the chest close to the tops of the thighs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Float the knees down to the mat. Big toes together, knees wide apart, press into child pose. So the thighs could be wide apart, they could be in parallel. This is where I use my towel. My rolled towel behind the knees, pressing the hips back towards the heels. The arms might want to rest forward on the mat. Maybe they want to rest by the legs. And the forehead should rest on the mat. If the forehead doesn't get there, stacked palms, you could rest the forehead there. Or stacked fists, rest the forehead there. If you've got blocks, take a low block, you could rest the forehead there. So once you've organized your arms and legs, you're in your best child's pose version. Just allow the body to melt into the mat, dropping into a quiet space inside. Noticing what the body is saying, what the mind is saying. Maybe there's little rocks side to side here, east and west. Maybe it's a static press, you can choose. 3 big breaths into the back body. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back. Noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling, upper back, middle, lower back. Squeezing out all the air at the bottom. Inhale, lower, middle, upper back. Noticing the silence at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back. Squeezing out all the air at the bottom. Last one on your own. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly arising halfway out of your child's pose. Top of the right foot nestles into the arch of the left foot. Then you're going to press back into your child's pose, just as you were. So that bottom left foot is smushed on the bottom. And you're pumping in fresh blood, chi, life force. Big full breaths. And maybe there's little wiggles here, maybe there isn't. As everybody comes to stillness in the center, the arms are going to go on the earth to the left. And you're going to press the right hip away 45 degrees on the diagonal, giving you a huge stretch on the right side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center, pausing there. Coming halfway out of child's pose, reversing position of the feet. The top of the left foot nestles into the arch of the right foot. You press back into your child pose, smushing that bottom right foot. And then meanwhile, the hands and the arms go on the floor to the right. The left hip presses away 45 degrees on the diagonal. Huge stretch for the left side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly rising up out of your child's pose, unwinding the feet, coming into neutral table. Here you might want to add extra padding for your knees. We always have to be kind to our knees because they get very, very testy as we get older. So neutral table is hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingers spread wide. You can modify with low blocks if you need. Otherwise, we're just going to still take the hands to the upper corners of the short end of the mat. And we're going to start circling the hips here. Nice and gentle. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. and then coming to stillness in the center, circling the other direction. Does it feel the same? Maybe, maybe not. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And now from here, everybody's hands maybe under the shoulders, maybe slightly farther forward. Let's tuck the 10 toes. Let's rock back and forth on the 10 toes. Some people can sit back on their heels, no problems, no issue. I'm not one of those people. But if you would like to do that, go right ahead. Some people find it easy, other people find it extremely challenging. So just use your own judgment here. For 4, rocking back and forth. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to neutral. Untuck the toes. Pound the tops of the feet. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bringing that to stillness. Let's go ahead and you're going to pretend you're a little dog. You just had a bath and you're going to shake side to side. So you're actually shaking the head and the butt, shaking off all your bath water for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly coming to stillness. Let's take the hands one more time up to those narrow ends of the mat, the corners. We're going to go into modified plank. If you want to do a real plank, the feet with the toes tucked, go right ahead. Strengthening the upper body, we're just going to hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming out of it slowly, maybe coming up onto the knees and shaking out the hands and the wrists, little wrist recovery. Well deserved. And then let's come to sitting. You take your props off to one side. And you might want to have a block or a weight handy, you can decide. So the legs are going to be bent, the toes point forward, the feet are hip distance apart. And you're going to grab behind the backs of the thighs, not the knees. Or you could grab in front of the shins, but not the knees. So you have 2 choices. Inhale going forward, exhale back and squeeze. Inhale going forward, exhale back and squeeze. We'll do 4 of these. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. Forward and then back and squeeze. Last one, forward. Now we're going to roll it all the way down as we squeeze the belly, drawing the knees into the chest. Back of the neck as long as it's willing to go. And maybe you want to rock side to side, massaging the entire back body from the back of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. Oof. Let's do 4. Maybe it's just a static press. 3, you can choose. 2, and 1. Nice, back to center. Let's drop the feet back to earth. The knees are still bent. Let's go ahead and draw the left thigh into the chest. I'm not mirroring you. The other leg stays bent, foot is flat. You're going to angle this left bent knee out about 30 degrees. With your hand or with a strap, grab the inside or the outside of the left foot. This right thigh is going to stay straight and true the whole time, like a railroad track. Inhale, bend left knee. Exhale, straighten the leg out to the side, 30 degrees. Inhale, bend left knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Rebend left knee. Angle it back into a normal position. Drop the left foot to the earth. Left knee stays bent. Right thigh, bend it into the chest. Angle that right bent knee out about 30 degrees. With the right hand or with a strap, grab the inside or the outside of the right foot. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, stretch it out 30 degrees to the side. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then back. Reposition the leg. Let's take both feet back to the earth. Now feet are mat width apart. Knees are still bent. Arms could be in T position. You're going to start windshield wiping those knees side to side. So everything from the waist down is getting massaged. The back body, the legs, very gently. And the next time the knees drop to the right, leave them there. Maybe the face and neck want to look to the left. But if it bothers your neck to look to the left, just skip that part, all right? This left hip bone is going to start pulsing up to where the wall meets the ceiling. So you're going to pulse, exhale up, drop it back. Exhale up, drop it back. We'll do 4. Nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Knees go back up towards the sky. Feet are mat width apart. Windshield wiper the knees to recalibrate. Big full breaths. Don't forget about the breath. The next time the knees drop to the left, leave them there. They can drop onto blocks, perhaps, or maybe a cushion and a block, or nothing. You don't have to get to the earth. And the head and neck might want to look to the right. Bent knees to the left, head and neck to the right. If it bothers your neck to look to the right, skip that part. Now this right hip is going to start pulsing to where the wall meets the ceiling. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And now the knees come back up, point to the sky. A few more windshield wipers to recalibrate. Nice and gentle. And then bringing that to stillness. From here, rolling onto your left hip, so the left hip is on the bottom. Again, I'm not mirroring you for this, so I don't mess up the directions, okay? So I'm using a block for a little pillow, you don't have to. Or you could rest your head on the upper arm. And this left straight arm is straight up, perpendicular to the armpit. So you've got the legs and the hips stacked. The legs are in a right angle. You're going to float the top right leg. The knee is bent. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, extend the leg so it's perpendicular to your body. Inhale, bend top knee. Exhale, extend it long. We'll just do 4, 3, 2, 1. We extend. Internally rotate top right leg. Big toe points to the earth. Touch and lift. Touch and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. Straight leg goes down like you're standing on the leg, except it's floating in the air. Big toe points to the earth. Touch and lift. Touch and lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. That foot stays flexed as you go back behind you slightly. Big toe is still pointing towards the earth. If the low back feels pinched here, you've gone too far. Take it back a little bit. Take it forward a little bit rather. The big toe points to the earth. Touch and lift. Touch and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat. Restack right leg on top of left leg, just as it were at the beginning. Refloat the top right leg. With your hand or a strap, grab the shin, the ankle, or the top of the right foot. You're going to draw that bent leg back behind you, but you're going to keep the hips stacked as best you can. You're not collapsing backward. You're pressing the right foot into the right hand into the right foot for 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Release that foot, you stack the leg. One more thing with this top right leg. We float, bend, knee is bent, foot is flexed. Extend the leg long, just like we had. Now we're gonna do it a big swing here with the leg. Inhale, swing down to the bottom. Exhale, right toes might touch left fingertips. Maybe, maybe not. Swinging forward and back. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Restack. And then rolling onto the back body. All you have to do is roll over onto the other side. So that the bottom hip is the right hip. We're gonna stack those legs so it's right angle. And you're not gonna collapse backward as you move the leg, this top leg. And then that right arm is extended out from the armpit. Palms can face the sky. Float the top left leg. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-extend. Internally rotate the top left leg. The big toe points to the earth. Touch and lift. Touch and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. Leg goes down like you're standing on it, except it's floating in the air. The big toe still points to the floor. Touch and lift. Touch and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. It goes slightly behind you. Don't let it pinch the low back. Big toe still points to the earth. The whole leg is rotated inward. Touch and lift. Touch and lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. Restack left leg on top of right leg. Relift top left leg. Knee is bent. You're going to take with your hand or a strap. You're going to grab the shin, the ankle, or the top of the left foot. You're still keeping the hips stacked. You're going to press that leg back. And you're pressing the left hand into the left foot into the left hand for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that press. Restack the legs. One more thing, we float the top left leg. The knee is bent. Straighten the leg. It's perpendicular to your body. The toes come up towards the fingertips. The whole leg swings down. So you're swinging the leg forward and back for 4, 3. Don't rush it. 2, 1. Nice. We stack legs. And then from here, rolling onto the back body. One more time. We're almost there. No worries. Breathing. And then drawing the knees into the chest. Again, just to massage the low back, the whole back body, if that feels right. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. If you have a block available, grab it. If you're not using a block, the hands go palms down underneath the bum to support the low back. If you've got a block, the feet are in parallel, legs in parallel. Press the feet into the mat, lift the hips. Slide the low block under that low back area called the sacrum. You're going to extend one leg long, mindfully, second leg long. Glue the insides of the feet and legs together. Inhale, drop both legs and hover. Don't let them drop. Exhale, squeeze the abs as you lift. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs are perpendicular. This is a little brain gym here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. walking on the ceiling. So you're walking big steps on the ceiling. And let's flex the feet here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the legs are perpendicular. Flex the feet, open wide, flexing feet, pointing toes, crossing the legs in a big scissor movement, exhaling and inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to neutral. Shake both arms and legs. Shake them really nicely. And now you're going to kick yourself in the butt for 8, 7. Pump the legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly unwinding. One foot comes back down to earth, second foot comes down to earth. Press the feet into the mat, lift the hips, slide the block away. And then once you're back onto terra firma, both arms and legs can come to rest in Shavasana, corpse pose, resting pose. Arms and legs 30 to 45 degrees. Maybe a rolled blanket or towel under the knees to protect the low back. If flat on the back is not working, feet are mat width apart, knees knocked together in the middle, restorative rest. If on the back is impossible, return to where we just were, rolling onto one side, stacking hips and legs, and then maybe resting your head on the upper arm or perhaps a block or a cushion and a block. If you have an available wall, maybe you put your legs up the wall, that feels delicious. Or sitting in a chair. Feet flat, head floating up towards the sky, and the palms can rest on the thighs. So the palms can either be face down on the thighs for grounding, for stability, or they could be up, looking for any messages from beyond, perhaps. And then once you've organized the arms and the legs, think about dropping the eyes closed, relaxing the face and jaw, the back of the neck, and then scanning the body for the effects of the practice, breathing into any residual tension that might remain. And then focusing your attention on the feet as we place those feet in our imaginary hot tub. Those feet are engulfed with warmth and relaxation. And then it moves into the ankles. And then it moves into the low legs, the shins and the calves. And then it moves into the knees. It permeates the complex structure of the knees. And from there, it moves into the thighs, the legs and the feet becoming very, very heavy. And the warmth moves into the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And from there, it moves from the belly into the waist and torso, enveloping the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, stomach, colon, large intestine, small intestine, all marinating in this delicious relaxation. From there, it moves into the chest and the shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. And then it moves into the throat and the neck. Then it moves into the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull. as though a white circle of healing light permeates every single cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's a quote from Alan Watts, who is the late, great Alan Watts, a Buddhist scholar, among other things. So then, if you awaken from this illusion and you understand that black implies white, self implies other, life implies death, or shall I say death implies life, you can feel yourself not as a stranger in the world, not as something here on probation, not as something that has arrived here by fluke, but you can begin to feel your own existence as absolutely fundamental. What you are basically, deep, deep down, far, far in, is simply the fabric and structure of existence itself. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, if you're on the earth, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day. And bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.